Winston now to throw on first down. And he's got it complete to Anderson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Henry Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go. 93.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
55. Check 55. Mike, come on.
On 1st and 10, Winston. That'll be taken in by Anderson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
You ain't going nowhere.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What do they fight? It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards. On first down, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Now Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Now, lady. Black spot 4. Got one. Here we go.
On first, here's Washington. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. From the 44, Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Second year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. So now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, Charlie, get down.
To throw his car. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 7-7, our score after 1. An update from Buffalo. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And a Raider first down.
Now. 54's Mike. 180. Hey, we're good. 180. There you go. Sponge.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Carr now to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Derrick Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Derrick Henry. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First down, Raiders.
Down! 185! And Raider 2! You remember me? You remember me?
From midfield, here's Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
19 yards. First down, Raiders.
Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Hey, 734!
Carr going to go on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Carr. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll look to run with counter. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. Caught by Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Nice hit, boy.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw, Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Harris now to return.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check me out. 54's Mike. 54.
Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Screen pass to Connor. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Check, 93. 93. Express. 54. Mike 54.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Bravo.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the draw, Richard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Carr. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Marcus May with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Following the interception, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And now the rookie's free. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Throwing on first down is Carr. Letting one go. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Colby Listenby. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on second down. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Anunwa, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Counter. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Henry Anderson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now it's counter, and that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Carr gives it off to Washington. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A 1st down carry for Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Winston. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Again, it's Connor. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Throwing now is Carr. It's caught by Davis. 19 yards that time for number 19. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the run is Conner. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On play action, now Carr. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run. Montgomery. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
From the 31, Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
And now here is another interception. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Raiders 40, Jets 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby, able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Here's Winston. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to... Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Pierre Garçon. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Raiders, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.